Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Even though I said I don't like fried food and I watch the intake of oil I prepare my food with, but my kids wanted me to have the fried chicken. So today we're gonna have homemade fried chicken, baked potatoes, fries, and garlic bread. We'll see what we're gonna do. So let's see what we need for this recipe. I'm gonna fry some chicken thighs and some filet chicken breast. So I have 6 pieces of the thighs and I have 3 pieces of a whole chicken breast. I cut them in half and I sliced in the middle. So I have it as a thin slice like this. So for the chicken thighs, I'm gonna have them in the pot and I'm gonna boil them with onions and cardamom and garlic. We'll see how we're gonna do it. We're gonna add, some water to cover the thighs. We need to boil the chicken thighs. So you have to cover the water up to the top and put it on boil, and you have a high heat actually, and you have to add 1 onion cut in half, cardamom, 4 of these, and you want to have a sprinkle of thyme leaves, just a sprinkle, as much as you like, and oregano, and let it boil. And see, after it comes to a boil, start boiling, we're gonna rinse it and wash it and prepare it to be fried. For the chicken breast, I don't need to boil or do anything. All I did is I rinse it with vinegar water and I have it ready to be fried. We'll see how we're gonna fry the whole thing. For the frying mixture, I need 2 cups and a half of flour. I need 1 cup of plain yogurt. I need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of masala, 1 teaspoon of allspice. Also, I would like to have 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of cloves. So what am I gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle the whole thing into the flour and mix it all together. So we need to mix the whole thing here and wait for the chicken thighs to come to boil. As you see, it still didn't come to boil. I'm just gonna wait until it comes to boil. And after that, I'll start, mixing it with the flour and the yogurt, and we'll go with the frying. Okay, as you see, the chicken thighs coming to boil. All I need is to turn the heat off and start to drain it and wash it. Let it cool down before I start working with it. So I'm just gonna drain it and wash it and let it cool down before I start working with it and fry it. Smells so good. So we're gonna have it here. Let it cool down. While the chicken is cooling down, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do your fries. Before we start the fries, I need to turn the oven to 400 degrees. And I'm gonna cut the fries, the potato, fried shape, and I'll show you how, and place it in this tray. I'm cutting it in diagonally like this. I would like it to be thick and small. So I'll show you another one. So you just, pick your potatoes and style it the way you want to see your fries. It's up to you, but this is my way of doing my fries. We'll continue slicing the potatoes and have them ready, and I'll show you what we need to marinate the potatoes with before we bake them. I'm making that much because we are 2 families and the kids loves the fries, and I like the fries a lot too. So we'll see what we're gonna do. You spread the potatoes like this. There is no measurement for olive oil I'm gonna add, but for if you want to be measured exactly, it's about half a cup of olive oil. For me, I know how much is a half cup is. As I told you, my eyes are my scale, so exactly I just cover what I need to cover with the olive oil. I think this is enough. And I'm gonna add now, what do I need? 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of cayenne pepper, And this is thyme leaves. It's 1 teaspoon too. I'm gonna mix all these together, the whole thing, and I'm gonna sprinkle over my fries. It's gonna be very tasty, maybe spicy because of the cayenne oil pepper, but if you don't need the pepper, you can just skip it. Usually I use also paprika. I didn't have paprika today, so I'm just gonna skip it. I'm just gonna sprinkle my mixture, make sure everything is covered. Here we go, cover it all. Make sure I cover everything. Okay, well, we're gonna just place it in the oven for almost 1 hour. But you know, after 45 minutes, you also check and see if the potato is well done or not. If not, just keep it more until it is tender and it's well done. I'm gonna bake it uncovered for about 45 minutes and I'll check it back with you. And we'll go now to see how we're gonna fry the chicken. Let's go. Okay guys, I think the chicken thighs are okay now. Some of them I'm gonna take the skin off because I don't like the skin. All I need to do is mix it with the flour. Like this. Could leave the skin on if you like. I'm gonna leave some on, but not all of it. I like it without skin. So I have 6 pieces. I'm gonna have 3 with and 3 without. Make sure the mixture is good, and as you see, the rosemary is sticking to it, and the leaves, I mean the oregano and the leaves, thyme leaves. Here we go. This is for the thighs. Now, leave it aside, and I'm gonna start with the chicken breast. Chicken breast, like I said, I just wash it with vinegar oil and rinse it. That's all I need is, you know, the mixture I have here. I hope it's gonna taste good as I'm expecting. That, you know, the chicken breast for people who doesn't like the bone, to deal with the bone. So I had, you could, you know, cut my quantity in half. You don't have to use the same quantity because, like I said, I'm cooking for 2 families. I invited the kids to come for the fried chicken today. You could only have 1 or 2 pieces. It's up to you. So now I have it all covered, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. Let's wash my hands first. Now I'm gonna pour the yogurt, plain yogurt. I said 1 cup. You could use 2 cups if you want lots of yogurt, but 1 cup for this recipe is more than enough. So I'm just gonna pour the yogurt over and try to mix it all together. I use yogurt because of the flavor. It's gonna give it a very soury flavor, and it will add to the texture. You could use buttermilk if you like buttermilk. You're just gonna pour 1 cup of buttermilk over it and instead of yogurt. I like yogurt. So what I'm gonna do now, after I mix it all together, I'm gonna wrap. Let me wash my hands. Gonna wrap it and let it set for 15 minutes before I start frying. So I'm gonna seal it, wrapped for 15 minutes. And honestly, the more you keep it marinated, this marination, the more it's the tastier. So because now I'm just, you know, running out of time, I'm just gonna keep it for 15 minutes, and it's gonna taste good as, you know, as it tastes. So it's good. Okay guys, while we're waiting for the chicken to be marinated, we're gonna start with the garlic bread. I'll show you exactly how you're gonna do it. This is my style, my way. I mean, I just created this thing and it turned out so good. We're gonna bake it just after I marinate. Let's see what we're gonna do. We need 3/4 cup of olive oil. I need 1 stick of butter, any margarine, butter, whatever you like, but I prefer, I have, you know, this is, I think Blue Bennett is just, you know, margarine, which is okay. I'm gonna use the whole stick, and I need 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm gonna slice it small pieces, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do with it. Let's go. I'm gonna add the 3/4 cup of olive oil. Wait a second, and I'm gonna have added the butter to it, or the margarine, whatever you had. This is gonna taste yummy. I know, today we're not looking at diets or watching our weight. We have fried chicken, but we have baked fries, so we're making up for the baked and fries. So until it's melted, I'm gonna add the garlic. We just want the butter to melt in the oil, so I'm gonna put the heat to medium heat and watch for the butter to melt, and I'll show you exactly what we're gonna do next. While I'm waiting for the butter and oil to melt, I'm watching over it because I'm gonna turn it off as soon as it's all melted. I don't want it to overheat, so I'm gonna lower the heat. I'm gonna cut a loaf of Italian bread, slice it, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do next. To all the mothers and grandmothers out there watching me now, if you have a chance to watch me now, this is the best bread my kids, grandkids love, and my kids too. So I always add this kind of bread to my menus, even though it's not needed. But if you like to eat bread, this is what I do usually for them. I'm gonna turn the heat off, and that's it. I don't want it to overburn. This is enough. This is more than enough. This is my own recipe, my own way. You could create your own way with the garlic bread. You choose the bread you like. If even a toast, you could do a very good garlic bread. A bread stick, you could do a very nice one. But you know, for me, I'm just gonna use this kind of bread. So I layered my tray with foil, and I'm gonna add the garlic, olive oil, and butter. And I'm just gonna sprinkle on each one. Okay, if you wanna add some of the garlic. Now, because I heat it with the butter, it has the smell and it has the flavor. And I'm gonna add some of the garlic, all the garlic on top of these. And I'm gonna show you one more thing I'm gonna add to this bread to give it the flavor I wanted. So see, I'm always on a diet. All my life I spent it on a diet, but once in a while I like to break it and eat whatever I like. So make it this day, break the diet. You're gonna eat fried chicken, you're gonna have bread, garlic bread. Make sure all of them has some butter in it, so we could flavor it. And I'll show you what I'm gonna add to this next. Okay, the last step, I'm gonna sprinkle some thyme leaves on it just to give it a touch of flavor. You know, you don't have to put much, just a sprinkle. Maybe some people doesn't like it, so if you like it, we like it a lot in our food. So I'm just gonna sprinkle. I'm gonna add this and a sprinkle over, just a sprinkle. And our oven is already on 400. So all I need to do is stick it with the potatoes, and this is, it's about 10 minutes or maybe less than 10 minutes. The minute you see the color and the bread change to golden, and it tried to be crunchy, you just pull it out and take it out. I'll show you when. So now let's say 10 minutes, but you know, check it before the 10 minutes. See, our potatoes inside, still going, and we'll get back to you. I think by this time I was gonna be preparing for the fried chicken. I'll show you next. Okay, now we're gonna start frying the fried chicken. So you turn the heat on. You need 2.5 cups of vegetable oil. So I put 2 cups and a half. This is a half vegetable oil. Let it come to boil. I'll uncover. I think my chicken now marinated very well. Yummy, yummy. So I'll start with anyone, it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do, just gonna have it again in the flour because I still have it. I'll just wait until this comes to boil. Okay, I think now the oil is heated enough, so I had the piece of chicken dipped again in the flour, and I'm gonna see. It seems no, it's not hot enough. It will come to be hot. So while I'm preparing the second one, More flour. Make sure that it's on high. See? Yeah, it's sizzling now. That's good. That's very good. That's what I want. So after I fill it all up inside, feel like the hot oil is come to boil, I'm just gonna lower it to medium high. So I think this is what I need, and I'm just gonna lower it to medium high to have it cooked. And I'm just gonna wait to this batch to start heating, and I'll flip it when it's come to complete cook. I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes again to see how it's gonna look. So I want it to be juicy, not dried up, but with all this marination and all these spices, it's gonna taste awesome, I promise you. I think the bread, the garlic bread is done. It's been less than 10 minutes. Look how beautiful it looks and smells awesome. So we're just gonna leave it to cool down. And in the meantime, I need to bake, and you know, this is coming also to be cooked, so I'm gonna put it to give the color to it. So I have another 10 minutes. I'll check on it to complete the 45 minutes, but to give it the color, maybe I'll keep it another 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna try to flip the chicken. Ooh. Well, I'm so hungry, and I see everything is good in front of my eyes, but I hope it's gonna taste as good as it looks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wish you guys here to try this food with me. I would love to host you all, but sometimes maybe I'll rent a hall and host all Fousey2 followers and the cat family followers. Okay, now I think it's done. Look how beautiful the chicken looks like. I have a wax paper to absorb some of the oil. I know I'm trying to minimize the oil intake, but it's okay. It's gonna taste delicious, and just enjoy it when it comes. And I'll see you when everything is done and ready to be served. Don't forget the fries. Just check on them after 10 minutes, for 45 minutes, and wait for them to have the color, and you're gonna have it done and ready. Okay guys, I'm so excited to show you the outcome of this dish. After, you know, I boiled the potatoes out, I had the garlic bread done, and I have the fried chicken almost done. So I like to decorate, you know, it's up to you. If you want to add some cucumbers and tomatoes, I like to add some vegetables. And here we go. I tried it for you, and it is amazing. It's out of this world. The only thing I want to let you know that the pepper, the cayenne pepper, you could, you know, instead of having half teaspoon, have 1/3 of spoon or 1/4, because it came a little bit spicy. And if you have little kids, maybe it doesn't tend to them. So, but if you like spicy, you're gonna love it. And also the potatoes, after 45 minutes of baking, you don't need to continue the 15 minutes. You just turn the heat off and let it on, you know, cook and brown, take the color with the oven off, and it will be like this. And when you take it out, let it cool before you take it to the plate. Let the potato cool enough so it's easier to take it out from the tray, have it in the baking tray to the plate. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope it's gonna turn as awesome as it turned for this one. I tasted already. I couldn't resist. I was so hungry, so I had to taste it. It's a very, very nice one. It's a very filling, and I told you, it's not, you know, you're gonna break your diet. It's okay if you break it one day. It's fine. Enjoy, and give this video a thumb up and subscribe, please, and let me know what you think. Bye.